Good job.
All right, there we are.
Did you just high five yourself?
That was your hand, wasn't it?
We'll just walk them around.
You just high five yourself.
I just met Jamie and now we're en route to Gene Williams's dad's house or something. He's a longtime friend. He used to do all of our carpet and flooring back in the day, but he made the mistake of showing us how to do it, and then we started doing it ourselves. Sorry, Gene. Anyways, we're gonna go to his place with his metal brake and convert some of our metal roofing we have in the back here into the counter flashing that we need for our project so that we can put the siding over top of the roofs. That's a big deal. Good to see you, Jane.
Good seeing you.
Don't worry, I got the edit button ready here. I can bleep out all the words you say, bud.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. You're gonna bend that roof metal. It must be a ridge cap.
Not exactly. Guess again.
No, I don't know.
Before anybody gets too carried away wondering why I didn't just buy flat, like 10-inch wide coil metal, I was told by a roofer that the quality of the galvanized or the metal or whatever is much better in an actual metal roofing panel. Not only that, it's thicker. And so this is a better piece to use just for the material quality. And what I'm gonna have to do though is cut off these ribs and only use the flat part of this. Now, I'm also gonna do something that everybody says don't do.
Can't we do anything that's just easy?
No, there's nothing easy. Now, I could have called a supplier and got the right flat stock and it's an hour away and all that, but this was available in town. I'm gonna take a grinder with a cutoff disc and I'm gonna cut this off. And you're gonna say, oh, no, don't do that. Well, listen, I know that that edge would rust, but that edge will not be exposed. I'm gonna hem the bottom edge and fold it up under itself so it's nice and tidy looking. And then the top edge I will also rip with a grinder and it will be about 5 inches up behind the siding. Hey, you got a fire extinguisher? There's a lot of pine needles on the ground over here. Dean's already trying to pawn off all this stuff on Jamie. And Jamie's a big enough sucker to take it.
You want my iron worker?
Yeah.
Get your pocketbook out. 32-ton iron worker.
We should go 1.5 inches.
1.5 inches?
Yeah, we'll bring this down close to 0 here. So we should go 1.5 inches. All right, now we got to get these two sides parallel is the trick. That's got to be, when I stop, that's got to be flat.
Be a flat.
So the reason we don't own one of these is because they're hard to find a used one that's good, like this one, because he won't even sell it because it's hard to find a used one that's good. He is gonna sell but a new one is probably at least $5,000. And he lets us use his for free.
They're filming me.
Yeah, we're filming this move. He's still got a flip phone. And he knows how to go hands-free with this thing.
That's how you do. You be laying carpet doing and be working. Y'all stop with these things, you know.
What do you think of that, Ray?
That's a piece of flashing right there.
That's nice, isn't it?
Real nice. That's real nice.
We finally made it back to the job site and we're installing the flashing we made. And if it was confusing, this is where it goes. The siding will come down over it, covering this part. And then once we have our roof surface installed, they'll flash over that and then up under this, making it all watertight, hopefully. I'll tell you one thing, you got enough crap up here to build the entire house. Look at this thing. It's always amazing what amount of tools it takes to do very simple things. This flashing is very important, so I'm trying to get it right. So I'm trying to think like a drop of water and think like a piece of metal roofing. Those two things are guiding me along. Wow. Well, I have this little cap. This is pretty cool looking, huh? That is really cool looking. And I have capped the end of this right here. Check this out. So I made just a little cover for the end of that piece of wood because somewhere, some little part of it could be exposed. And then this guy right here is going to be the little roof portion. And then, you know, of course, the metal roofing goes under here and the counter flashing goes up and behind this piece. Yep. So in all of these pieces that I attach, I actually have to think ahead as to what the next under piece of flashing will be so that I don't nail this tight in a place where It has to have something
you
slide
can't get the
behind it.
flashing later.
And I'm trying to leave an appropriate gap so that the roofers don't just totally struggle. Because if they get mad up here and struggle, they might just do bad things to my flashing. So I really try to take effort to make it easy for them, as if I was going to do it, you know?
That's very smart.
Well.
And my advice would be, what you're doing is start at the bottom and work your way up. The way the things at the top overlap the things at the bottom, kind of like shingles.
Yeah, you have to think from the bottom up.
We had a buddy one time that shingled a dog house or something like that.
Yeah, it was a doghouse.
Yep, and he started at the top and lapped the shingles going down. And he called us and he was like, dude, this doghouse roof, it just leaks. The whole thing leaks. He said, I started at the top and went to the bottom and it just leaks. So I was like...
I told him I didn't know why.
So out of this entire part that turns up the wall, only as much as is below the stencil line will be visible in the finish, but it's really good to have this much sticking up so that your fasteners are way up here, because if snow were to sit on the roof and then sort of melt partially and make an ice dam, you could have water sitting up here, and if it's not like way up the wall like that, it could just flow right in the wall. And I've had that happen on my own house that I bought one time. When it got really warm after a big snow, ice dam,
Watch out.
waterfall coming through the ceiling. As a side note, to fix that, I ended up having to put flashing like 2 feet up the wall behind the siding with ice and water shield on top of that, where that was happening, because it happened again after that. Yeah, it was a dormer, and it had another roof line coming down to the side of it, so it would catch stuff right there.
Don't hit my finger.
For a second there, I was like, oh! And I was like, oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I pre-drilled that too much.
Just the metal. Just drill the metal.
Hey, what?
You nailed it right in the gap on the sheathing.
Y'all's tendonitis is not work related, just saying.
What are you saying? It's relationship related?
It's projects, mountain biking.
Jono's coming around with some white Lexel, getting around all of the window frames to the window trim. And if you think this isn't a big deal, let me tell you this. At my house, where some kind of cheaper sealant was used, when it rains really hard, water drips from the top of my window jambs and lands on the window sills. It makes puddles. So I should probably fix that. But it does matter. It really matters. Are you gonna do it or what?
Yeah. No, I got it.
I feel about the same way, so.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Let's do this. To get this angle fitted up at the very top, it's kind of a long, pointy angle. Instead of trying to measure it or any mark it or anything, I just started cutting with the cutters until I got close, and then just eyeballing it and nibbering away little pieces like this until it fit just right. I gotta point out another little bit of forethought. This piece of 2x6 here is nailed to the side of the house, but in the last foot or so, I nailed it in such a way, even that tiny little piece of an extension, so that this vertical part of the flashing that goes against the wall that needs to be there can actually slide in behind it. You see that?
Wow.
Now imagine if I had just nailed that tight or screwed it in from the back or something like that, and then you just tell the roofer to come up here and do it. What are they gonna do?
They're gonna take a claw hammer or a chisel to your nice trim wood.
Well, maybe,
or they're just not gonna run it up behind it.
Yeah, I would say they'll probably just cut around it and just put it in, because if you installed it like really hard to pull out, you would just never get that. Pretend with me for a moment, if you will, that this is our metal roofing or the flashing for the roofing, and you can see how it will slide up and behind, and it will totally be waterproof. Today's video is brought to you by Houzz Pro, and they're all-in-one business solution for builders, contractors, remodelers, and designers, which lots of you guys are. And they're about to launch a new look, a brand new feel on their website, and it has some other changes that were based on feedback from you guys, the building community that uses Houzz Pro. So let's check it out. Okay, let's do it. Let's update now. First thing I'm noticing here is that the Houzz Pro logo is now green, which matches Houzz. They've unified the branding there so that they have the same color and style logo. Also, the menu bar that was up here is now on the left, and I can see that's going to give me a lot more canvas to work with here when I'm designing and working with things. And this looks more intuitive to me, like projects would be the first thing I usually want to go to. So looks like they've just made this a more intuitive type menu as well. Now within projects, I have all of the things I need to work on a project within that menu. So that just makes it faster and easier and more consolidated. So that's an awesome change, I think, as well. I like this home page as well. It looks different. I've got projects up top to do and documents, like the recent ones. And if I want to create a new one, boom, boom, boom. They're right there, easy to find. Or I can create a new anything right over here on this menu on the side really quickly from the home page. So there's a quick look at the updated software that's coming out. Looks great. And if you didn't know, Houzz Pro has tons of great features that can help you out, streamline your business, make you more efficient and professional. And if you want to try it for free, there's a link down in our video description as well as a phone number. Thank you, Houzz Pro, for sponsoring our video, and let's get back to work. Jono eats builder's bars because he's a builder.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. But,
oh my gosh.
We're all in.
I'll take a bite. I'm just going to have to take a bite.
Take a bite. I don't care.
Oh, a builder now.
We're all brothers.
Tastes healthy.
I think it's made out of sawdust, maybe?
Yeah.
It's peanut butter sawdust.
Wow.
Hey, you want some builder's bar? It's like chocolate covered OSB.
Some progress today. Jason's going to give us a tour of the closet bump out, which has been renamed and coined the catio because Ramel is going to have some system for cats to get up there on top and hang out like a perch and look out here. So what else is going on with this thing?
So what we did is we took some ice and water and we laid that on the top. So there's some red zip board up there. But we put ice and water down. We overlapped it by 3 inches and we rolled it up 3 inches onto the wall.
Okay.
So the siding would go over the
So it is like waterproof even though it's under this roof,
It
right?
is. And the reason why is because Jamie's like, well, if anyone's ever power spraying out here or like watering plants or something like that. I mean, it was my idea, but Jamie was
watering
talking
plants after having a whole bottle of wine.
Well, maybe you have plants up there.
Yeah.
Maybe you have plants up
Maybe you
there.
put plants up there.
Yeah. You might put plants up there.
I don't know. I mean,
So, and then what
So-
John did is John cut the edges. He folded it down. You know, he used to do upholstery. So
Yeah, it was like
freaking
meticulous.
So perfect, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we put that 1x4 up there to kind of frame it out. And then we put some zip tape above that
Wow.
on the seam. So she's good to go. And
Okay.
then, just side it over. And the biggest thing, yeah. So this was going to be a full corner board like this. Jamie said to put a corner board on it.
okay, so size reference here.
Yeah.
Boom. It's kind of too big.
Yeah, we were all kind of standing back looking and going, that just looks silly. So we made an executive decision to rip that down to whatever Arlo ripped that down
Like
to.
3.5 corners. And there it is, just like
The
that.
siding is perfect. We just made sure that we leveled those.
Siding
all the
is
way up.
perfect.
I mean, me and Jason did it.
Yeah.
Ray and I did the siding.
Okay.
So yeah, she's good to go.
That's good progress.
And then what we did here is we snapped the line over here. We measured up from the beam there, and then we measured up from the beam over here, and we chalked our line all the way through, and we pulled some numbers to make sure
So
that
you-
when we get to the top of this, we're not like like that. So I think it's actually working out fantastic.
You guys are like real carpenters these days. That was
Like
a
I
lot
told
of.
you.
Are you Jamie? Like this is crazy. You just told me so much stuff.
I'm sorry. I mean, I do like to talk. I don't want to brag or anything, but
Let Jason talk. All right, good job, buddy. High five.
yeah. Hey, my man couldn't do it.
Oh
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
man.
Good job.
I mean, I hear
Down low.
too.
Too slow. I can't believe you fell for that.
Halfway
What?
through, I was like, no, and I couldn't. I think you're more the 5-year-olds who are actually trying to do that.
Well, I have an 8-year-old, so I got reasons
okay.
I can do
Yeah, I
that.
got you. I got you.
Yo, I'm not done talking. Come
Oh,
back
you're
here
done.
with the camera. So also what we did, what Arlo did is that on the front corner over there, because remember, we went from the front corner deck over there all the way around to over here, and it has to be the same. So what he did is he took this little story pole and he jammed it up to the fascia and made a mark over there. We did the same thing over here and made a mark, and it is...
It's real close.
It is really, really close.
Like it's within 2 inches. No, it's really
No,
close.
it is.
It's within 1/16 of an inch.
Yes, it is, and which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So as we do this front wall, it's gonna look. Everything's gonna kind of come around
Perfect.
perfect. So if you're ever standing here and you can see both here and over there at the same time,
Yes.
it's gonna look great.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. When you're doing siding, there's certain faces that you cannot see 2 of these faces at a time from anywhere. So if you get off somewhere, like your siding is not the same level on 2 faces, you got to pick which 2 faces it's best.
Yeah.
Like right in a corner like that is not good.
Yeah.
Right where they almost touch.
Yeah.
Finally cutting what might be the last one of these crazy notched corner boards that goes up around our outrigger overhang pieces. And it's a pretty tricky piece to cut, but I've almost got it memorized by now. After 4,
Now it's the last one.
yeah, it's the last one. I took like 1 measurement and now I marked this whole thing like this. Anyways, this exact scenario is why we started using LP SmartSide years ago, because we can work it easily, cut it easily with all of our tools, which are made for woodworking because it is wood. It's engineered wood, but it's very easy to work, very easy to cut, manipulate. It's lightweight, and it's also durable and easy to install. And I just want to say thanks again to LP for partnering with us on this project. We really appreciate it.
What?
That's your favorite tool, isn't it?
It is.
You'll find any reason to like get the Japanese saw out. Check it out. Arlo's outdone himself here with the notching detail. Oh, I see where it's going. Right in there. Wow. Okay.
We'll see if it's going.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
We'll see if it's going.
All right, try it out.
Maybe.
This is another one of the reasons we like the LP SmartSide. There's no way you could do that with fiber cement. It would just,
Oh, yeah.
you would just look at it and it would snap.
Oh, you couldn't even make that cut.
No.
There would be nothing left.
Yep. So that's a really good thing right there if it works.
It's actually pretty strong.
Quit touching it.
Come on, baby. Nice. Got my little drawing here of this corner board that's got to go in. I'm leaving it up from our flashing here so it wouldn't sit in water, and hopefully that's everything I need. All the measurements are on the back, which I'll have to transfer to the front because this surface I'm measuring on is the back. That's a good thing to note, to try and get it right the first time, which hopefully I will. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, okay. Top, bottom. Dang, I did it actually. Wow. Smoothing a little Lexel here on the bottom where we got this cut edge, and that's spec on this product, the SmartSide stranded trim. But also a great idea for any type of trim, whether it be wood or fiber cement, any sort of thing that's gonna be near a roof surface is gonna get wetter than stuff that's not. So we always have done this on any kind of material. And we are gonna paint up under there, but it's just harder to know if you painted it fully when it's under there like that. So that'll be sealed whether we do a good job on the painting or not. Hopefully we will. I'm gonna shoot up a little higher here just because any holes in this flashing down low is not as good as no holes, and it doesn't really need fasten in the bottom 8 inches. Really. All right. I don't know if this gun is plugged in or something. I'm
I'm not shooting here because there's really nothing in the outside 2 inches. There's an inch of this corner board turn, then there's an inch of the sheathing and foam, and then there's framing, probably starting right there. So this is pretty cool. Jamie was just on the phone with somebody that cares about flashing details more than he does. It's a guy named Houzz Pro that did some zinc siding for us, like metal siding one time on a job.
Right.
And the guy knew his stuff. He was like genius level, way up here. And it turns out right now, he's working on a project for the Avett brothers doing metal siding on their house and also working on the Capitol building, North Carolina, and the governor's mansion, doing details that no one else even knew how to do, like old world stuff. And then the state like paid him to do the technical drawings.
That's right.
Because nobody else knew how to even do it.
Yes, Houzz is an amazing metal worker, and he spent a lot of time studying the old world methods from like Europe, where they did zinc and lead and all kinds of metal roofing that's been there for thousands of years without leaking. And here in the modern world,
It's all about the flashing.
we can't even get a roof to not leak for like 10 minutes when it rains. And so anyway, thank you, Houzz. I appreciate you, and I will be calling you soon.
Yeah, probably real soon. I would block his number.
Well, one reason I called is that I wanted to ask him what kind of metal brake he likes for doing some heavier gauge metal, and he recommended this one right here. This is a Vanmark is his metal brake, and this is like a 12-foot industrial grade metal brake. And
That's some nice flashing too. Look
yeah,
at the
he's
holes
probably
in
got,
copper.
dude, I bet those rolls of copper cost as much as that metal brake right there.
Wow.
I mean, copper is just phew, so expensive.
That is the
Arlo's calling Ray Jan. That's his wife's name.
okay. So from that bottom
Hey,
line,
Jan!
from that bottom line, measure. You want to go biking? Yeah, from that bottom line, go up an inch and 3/8.
Don't tell Jan.
Ray's testing out the catio.
I love it up here.
He just, I kid you not, off camera, he just said it to me like 2 minutes ago. He goes, "This is so cool up here, dude. I wish I was a kid again."
It's nice.
What is that, seriously?
We don't know. We don't know yet.
I got some drink packets that were from. It was at Dollar General, but they're Sonic ones, ocean water.
Ocean water.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what ocean you've been going to, but that's not the color ocean
Dude, the
water.
ocean's blue. What are you talking about?
We're up here on the roof doing the section of siding between the two roofs that'll only be seen really from like outer space, I think. You can't see this from anywhere, but we're trying to make it nice. Jason and Ray have been doing a good trick here to get this angle correct, and it was different than I was doing the other day. They're using this block that's cut 6.5 inches there to there, which is our reveal, and they're sliding it down till it hits the upper roof right here, making a mark, and then coming down till it does it here. And the distance between that point and that point is the length horizontally of that angle. So that's a good way to make sure your angle's looking good on a long angle like that. About 2 more boards and we're done here. There you go, we got the little nugget too. All right, let's see if your nugget fits.
All right, so
Biggie?
you want to go to that line there. That's your.
Okay,
Yep.
yep,
That's your gap.
yep.
We really haven't been doing gaps, but
It's all right, you're good.
It's no big deal.
These are not gonna get a lot of sunshine up under this overhang. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I love that show. It is so fun.
There's a little
How do I drive cross country and you park the car? What's up with that, dude?
I just felt like it was time to come up here. That was a good move.
Man,
I got the satisfaction of the last piece.
you know that?
It was very
We drive
satisfying
all
too.
cross country. And
Let me
he's
see that cock, too.
Let me pull the car in the garage.
Yep. You guys go ahead and get that next side up to the last board for me.
I ain't getting shit. I'm getting in my truck and all.
Derek's brain, all he can hear is
Yeah.
Just make sure it's in that thing, because that's, I think, the thing we're going up that roof with, right? We did that.
You got to really look at this caulk like from different angles with it being clear. I'm like, did I get it in there? I can't tell.
And you get close to it, and it's like right in your face. You
Yeah.
can't tell if
Oh,
it's
we're
in there
good.
at all or not.
All right, good.
John, you want to have a couple levels?
All right, good job.
Did you just high five yourself? High five
That
yourself.
was your hand, wasn't it?
We'll just walk him around.
Why don't you just high five yourself? Oh shoot.